You know the feeling. You've got that one colleague who just knows how to push all the wrong buttons, and suddenly a perfectly good day turns stressful. Well, guess what? You don't have to just grit your teeth and bear it. Let's dive into the professional's playbook for handling it.
I mean, really think about it. Is there someone at your job who, after every single interaction, just leaves you feeling completely exhausted, or frustrated, or maybe even anxious? It's a huge problem, and it's way more common than you think.
So if that sounds familiar, I want you to know you're definitely not alone. And even better, there is a clear professional playbook that you can use to deal with these situations, take back control, and honestly just protect your own peace of mind.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with why this is such a shared problem. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty, mastering your reaction, strategies for actually engaging with them, and how to protect your peace. We'll even talk about a contingency plan for when things just aren't getting better, and we'll wrap it all up with your go-forward plan.
Okay, first things first, we have to focus on the one and only thing you have 100% control over, your own reaction, right? You can't control what other people say or do, but you can always control how you respond. And that, right there, is where all your power lies. So, the second you feel that flash of anger or frustration building up, your first move is just to stay calm. And it's so simple. Just breathe. Take a few slow, deep breaths and count to 10 in your head. That tiny little pause is like a circuit breaker. It stops you from blurting out something you'll regret and gives you a second to actually think. Now, this brings me to a technique that is just so powerful for de-escalating things. Instead of fighting fire with more fire, you do the complete opposite. You just listen. I mean, really listen. This one tiny shift can completely change the entire vibe of a tense conversation.
And look, this isn't about just staying quiet while they talk. This is active listening. You're not just waiting for your turn to jump in, you're actually paying attention. You're asking questions to clarify, and you're genuinely trying to see where they're coming from, even if you completely disagree. You'd be amazed at how quickly people's defenses drop when they actually feel heard.
All right, so once you've got your own reaction in check, now we can shift gears to actually engaging in a way that's productive. This is all about what you do and what you say.
This might just be the single most important communication tweak you can ever make. You have to stop using accusatory you statements. All they do is make people defensive. Instead, you flip it. Frame the problem from your perspective using I statements. See the difference? It's not an attack anymore. It's just you explaining how their actions affect you, and it is so much harder for someone to argue with how you feel.
And let's be real for a second. Not every little annoyance is worth a full-blown confrontation. You've got to learn to pick your battles. Before you decide to engage, just ask yourself, is this a big deal, or is it just a minor irritation I can let go of? You've got to save your energy for the issues that are actually impacting your work and your sanity.
And all of this really builds up to the most crucial long-term strategy of all, protecting your own peace. This is about making sure your work life is healthy and sustainable, no matter who's in the cubicle next to you. Setting boundaries isn't about being mean or difficult. It's about being clear. Think of it this way. You are teaching people how to treat you. And that just means you have to professionally and respectfully tell them what is and what isn't okay. Be direct, be firm, but always, always be respectful.
And please, remember, you don't have to go through this all by yourself. Just talking it out with a trusted friend or even a career coach can give you a whole new perspective. Now, if the behavior is crossing a line and violating company policy, getting your manager involved is the right move, but it's often best to try to solve it yourself first as long as you feel safe.
Let's not sugarcoat it. This kind of stuff is emotionally draining. It just is. That's why you have to be intentional about recharging your own batteries. Seriously, make time for your hobbies, get some exercise, get good sleep. Your ability to be resilient at work is directly tied to how well you take care of yourself outside of work.
So you've tried everything. You've been calm, you've used I statements, you've set boundaries. But sometimes a toxic situation just isn't going to change. And if that's the case, then the smartest strategy is to start prepping your exit plan.
And if you are thinking about making a move and getting that fresh start, your resume is your golden ticket. But here's the catch. These days, your resume has to beat the automated screening bots before a real human being ever lays eyes on it. And that brings me to our sponsor, MobileCV.ai. Get a load of this statistic. 75%, 3 out of 4 resumes, are automatically kicked out by these things called applicant tracking systems. Your skills could be a perfect match for the job, but if the bot can't read your resume's formatting, you're basically invisible.
This is the exact problem MobileCV.ai was built to solve. It's this really cool AI tool that takes any document you have, like an old resume or even just a Word doc, and turns it into a perfectly formatted ATS-optimized CV in about a minute. It uses these professional LaTeX templates that make it look amazing, and it's guaranteed to get past those annoying scanners. You can even give it a try with 3 free credits to start.
Okay, so whether you decide to stay in and work on the situation or you're planning your next big move, let's just quickly pull together the entire professional toolkit we've just built. This is your game plan.
So here's the playbook. Recapped. It all starts with you. Stay calm and listen to understand. Then it's about how you communicate. Set your boundaries, pick your battles wisely, and talk it out with I statements. And finally, you have to protect yourself. Seek out support. And never, ever forget to practice self-care.
I really want to leave you with this one last thought. If you can shift your mindset away from winning a fight and towards solving a problem, it changes everything. It puts you back in the driver's seat and actually opens the door to a real solution. So, what problem at work are you ready to solve?